Hi ladies and gents, welcome to this week's newsletter. Hope you enjoyed last week's 3 tops tips on the swing. Seemed quite popular from the views we had. This week I thought we'd look a bit of short game, namely putting. Should be the easiest part of the game, but it generally frustrates us more than anything else. So I thought I'd give three tips on how we can improve that. So, first things first, I love it when I give a putting lesson and I say to people, with alignment obviously, it's already done for you. Once you've chosen your line, what could be easier? We'll use the alignment aid on the golf ball, which on the Pro V here has obviously got that little line. You can obviously put your own lines and various complications on there to help you align. But it's amazing the amount of people I say, right, okay, let me see you go through your routine. It's a straight 3-foot putt. Obviously we're looking to see the alignment aid looking straight at the middle of the hole, and they kind of go through the motions and they're aiming maybe an inch right of the hole with the alignment aid, and you think, well, obviously it doesn't matter how good your stroke is, if you can't align your putter face correctly, we're up against it. So my first top tip, and obviously it can be practiced a little bit like so with a nice mirror board that we've got here, which I totally advise for anybody. There's various types out there, but obviously even with the alignment of the board, I'm still making sure the alignment aid is pointing directly to the hole every single time I set up to a practice putt. Without that, we're only teaching ourselves poor alignment and therefore complications in the stroke. So, first things first, like we said, make sure the alignment aid is aiming where you want the ball to start. Simple as that. If we can't get that right, we're going to struggle. We won't always have a board like this to help us create that perfect alignment as well. So what I recommend, what I do myself, is once I think I've got my alignment aid at the point at which I want to start the ball, I then simply close one eye, run the edge of the shaft down the alignment aid on the golf ball and make sure that runs all the way through the centre of my starting point, not necessarily the hole. That's alignment. Obviously then we've just got to simply aim our various types of alignment. Here I've just got the single black line on the back of the putter, and I like to keep it nice and simple. A bit like myself, and if I aim that squarely down that hole, I don't have to worry about where the hole is really. I'm just thinking about making a nice strike starting on that line. That leads me nicely into the second point. Number 2 is controlling your distance. So many people really struggle to get the ball within that 2-3 foot range from, say, outside of 15-20 foot and further away. The main reason I see them struggling is because they try and hit every putt with the same length of stroke, whether it's a 3-footer or a 30-footer. All that happens is the hit becomes stronger, but it's very hard to gauge how much extra you're accelerating. So we should really try and keep the tempo of the stroke. Doesn't really matter to me what pace that is, whether it's quite a quick Jon Rahm type tempo, or maybe a nice deliberate slow Ernie Els type tempo. What matters most is the length of the stroke changes for the length of distance you've got to hit the ball. Okay? Tip 3, and I think this is one of the most important, probably you could argue along with alignment of your putter face when you set up to the ball, is when people take their stroke, their backstroke, what I tend to see more often than not, and why people are missing putts, is when we take the putter back, yes, we're a distance from the ball, and the further we are from that ball, generally the more we'll tend to see more of an arc, depending on the type of putter head you use as well. but I generally see that people rotate the face open way more than the putter is arcing around them. Yeah, so there might be a slight arc to the stroke, but people's face of the putter is opening greater than the amount of the arc, and therefore it's very hard to square that club face up consistently day to day. So my other top tip is when you're making a stroke, and if you can have a nice mirror set up like so, we can see and identify how much arc we're making, but most importantly, we can see whether that putter face is staying looking at the hole. And it would make a reasonable stroke with all of those three things: alignment aid, the length of the stroke is hitting the ball the distance, not the amount of hit. That can take some work on the putting green, hitting different lengths of putt with different lengths of stroke, keeping the pace of the stroke the same. And most importantly, well, as important as any others, trying to just resist the amount, or at least check with yourself, how much is my club face actually opening up during that backswing? Is it much more than the actual club is moving in an arc? If that's the case, then I'm sure you'll find out by trying to lessen the amount your face rotates away from the ball, you'll start a lot more balls online. And again, because you've got a squarer club face and a truer strike, you'll get more consistent distances as well. Okay, hope that helps. Having missed that first 3-footer, I'm going to carry on hitting a few putts. I'd like to wish you all a happy Christmas and happy New Year. Any problems, give us a shout. We can get you going and motivated for the new year. That'd be fantastic. If you want some help with that, give us a shout in the shop and we can book you in for a lesson. Many thanks.